Call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Rankin,
Here.
Vice Mayor Smith,
Here.
Councilmember Woolridge,
Here.
Councilmember Celaya,
Here.
Councilmember Hawkins,
Here.
Councilmember Walter,
Here.
Councilmember Montano.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. If everybody stand, please, and for the Pledge of Allegiance, it's going to be led by our outgoing Vice Mayor Tom Smith.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the first call to the public for public comment on issues within jurisdiction of the Town Council. Individual council members may respond to criticism made by those commenting, may ask staff to review a matter raised, or may ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. This time, there are request to speak forms in the back. If you fill those out, I'd appreciate it. If not, I will recognize you anyway. Who lives at 330 or 350 Willow? I can't say your Adrienne? Okay, would you come up to the, you're first.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Make sure and speak into this mic because you're going out on TV land.
Oh, okay. I have a cold, so if I sound funny. You want to know what I am here for?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
You fill out a request to speak. I can't talk for you.
Okay. I'm here as a representative of a large group of people that go to the dog park. And we're wanting to bring to the attention of some just needed help over there at the dog park. We've had a water fountain there that's not worked in over 3 years that I know of. I heard it's been longer. So during the summer months, we have no water for the dogs there. Currently, there's a water leak. We've brought it to the attention. We've had numerous water leaks there before, and they don't do anything. And we have to kind of keep on them until something happens. We asked them to trim the trees because they were starting to come down. They did wait a while, and then the branch came down and damaged the fence. So we try to communicate when we see stuff going on, but I don't know who's over the dog park to keep track of those things. But last year they had seeded, and then they closed the park down for a month, but then they forgot to water, so the seeds never took. This year we asked them if they could to water the grass if they were going to seed again, because this year they did the same thing. They closed it for a while. So we just kind of need somebody, whoever can help with the dog park. We get a lot of people there. We have people from Gold Canyon that come, people that are traveling up and down 79. The dog park's listed on several places in the country for people who are traveling. They know about the dog park. People come from even her area, Anthem, I think it's called. So we get a lot of people there. And actually, there's probably more people that go to the dog park than I've ever seen in that Little League park. And I know they just invested $5,000 for a Little League sign, the electronic scoreboard. But I've never seen anybody there.
Okay.
So,
how do you say your name?
Adrienne.
And your last name?
Lar.
Lar. Okay. We'll direct our Parks Director to immediately take action on that. Give me a report back in 2 weeks and see what you get done. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. And Charles, you'll back up. Jim Minato, Oberg Road, Queen Creek.
Thank you, Mayor, and members of the council. It's funny, I've worked here for, I think, about 12 years, and I think this is the first time I've actually stood at this microphone, so that's kind of a new experience. I think by now probably everybody knows that I'll be leaving the town here pretty soon, and I need to thank my friend Mark Cowling for helping me with that by putting it on the front page of the newspaper last week. But it was all very accurate, mind you. So. Acting as the town's legal representative here for over 10 years has always been a very interesting, challenging, and ultimately it's proven to be an extremely rewarding experience for me. I've been really lucky during my time here to have been surrounded by some very talented and some very highly qualified people, very dedicated people, I might add. And my goal has always been, with regards to the town staff, a pretty simple one, which is simply to help them succeed as best I could by providing them the legal advice they needed, because I felt if I could help them be more successful, then of course I would be a success. And of course, with all of that, then the town itself would be very successful. And I really think, since I've been here, that the town has been very successful. If I can leave you with one little piece of advice for the future, I would say that be skeptical and always question people who would come here and try to undermine your confidence in the people that sit at this table. And I would really be remiss tonight if I left here without publicly thanking my friend and colleague, Lisa Garcia, for all the help and all the advice that she's provided me over the years. I don't think I would have been nearly as successful as I was here without Lisa. I know from firsthand knowledge that every day she has worked here, she has tried as hard as she can to make sure that this town is headed in the right direction and doing what is in our citizens' best interest. When her time on tonight's agenda arrives, I hope that everyone will join me in giving her a heartfelt round of applause for all that she has done for this town. And I want to wish each of you, the town staff, our employees, and all of our citizens the best of health and the best of luck this year. Thank you very much.
David Downey.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, council members, citizens. I'd like to speak tonight for a couple of minutes on a member of the town council, and that's Tara Walter. I've known Tara for probably 3 or 4 years now. First met her at Walker Butte School when I was attempting to speak to some of the parents of the children at Walker Butte School. Tara facilitated me getting in there at the assemblies and award ceremonies so that I could deliver a message to the parents. And I know that she's done a great job, because now, this year, she has been promoted to the position of assistant principal at Walker Butte School. So she's a real good mover and a shaker, and I'm happy to know her. Now, Tara, another thing about Tara that most of us know, is that she is also a mother, 3 children. Her husband, Jim Walter, is a fireman. And the reason I bring that up is because both Tara and Jim are civic-minded individuals. They not only walk the walk, talk the talk, they do what it takes to serve the community. Tara has been a teacher. She's been someone that we entrust to educate our children, to watch over them, to guide them and lead them, and I think that she can be in the same position for the community. I'm going to recommend that you nominate or you approve Tara as the Vice Mayor this evening. I really think that she's the best person for the job. Thank you.
Thank you. Denise Colbert.
Denise Colbert, Florence Gardens. I wrote on my sheet, thank you, and I've got a couple of them to give. My first thank yous are to Tom Celaya and Vice Mayor Tom Smith. We're going to miss your faces up there, and we're going to miss your counsel on the council. I'm really going to miss you. Thank you. Also, I would like to thank the Parks and Rec staff for a wonderful parade Saturday. I'd also like to thank Allison, who's been getting the music for Padilla Park. All of the music's been great. Some bands not as good as others, but it was the particular music, not necessarily the band was bad. But they've been very good, and some pretty good attendance at some, bad, not so good at others. But don't give up, because I'm sure it'll take a while for people to get used to the idea that there's something going on down there on Thursday evenings. But it's been just great, and the parade was, Larry and I went a couple, 3 years ago to the Parada parade, and were very disappointed, and we never went back. We decided Saturday to do so, and it was thumbs up. It was just great. Had a lot of people in the parade, and I was really happy to see that. And from what Brian said, that was all Allison, and I just really like to give her a kudos out loud and clear tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Mickey McCraw.
Mr. Mayor, council members, and other attendees. Apparently, there was some misunderstanding from my last appearance here 2 weeks ago. Hopefully, there will be some clarification this evening. Owning 2 properties in Terra del Sol RV Resort since 2003 does give me the right and responsibility to address the water billing situation. First, let me tell you that I have made 2 trips to your city manager's office and delivered a handwritten letter to Jeff, who told me it would be given to the city manager. After my last appearance before this council meeting, I believe, Mayor, you told me that you would have the city manager give me a call to discuss this matter. That was 2 weeks ago, and I've had no contact. Therefore, I'm bringing you an estimate of the amount of money that is involved in the billing of water and sewer with zero amount usage among the seasonal residents. Caliente RV Park, with approximately 841 sites, with 816 are seasonal residents, pay $34,949 per month for this water and sewer zero usage. Florence Gardens, 800-plus sites, 614 are seasonal residents, pay about $26,297 per month for zero water and sewer usage. Terra del Sol, 117 sites, about 110 seasonal. There's probably 7 full-time residents except for a couple months. Pay $4,711.30 per month for zero amount of water and sewer usage. You're welcome to check my math, but it's somewhere around $65,957.30. That's almost $66,000 per month for zero usage of water and sewer. Some people pay this billing and are only here in your state for 3 to 4 months. This does not include Vista Hermosa or the other condos up on the hill in Florence Gardens, which are also highly seasonal residences. Since now becoming a homeowner in Wild Horse Estates and now a registered voter in Arizona, I feel that I can actually ask for some clarification on some of the items that seem to be quite unfair to a great number of your city residents that are here on a part-time basis. It does not seem to be the American way to have to pay full utilities that we do not use. A reasonable minimum amount would be much more equitable for the service that the city does provide, and of course, paying for what a person would actually use. Thank you in advance for seeing that this situation is taken into consideration with the powers that can change it. Sincerely, Mickey McGraw. Thank you.
Thank you. Charles. Make contact with her tomorrow.
Mayor, I will get to make sure that I get the information and make sure I make contact.
Okay, fine. Thank you. I don't want this again. Is there any other member of the public who'd like to speak? One little one back there in the back, but I don't think his mama wants to come up. With that, I'll close call to the public. Unfinished business, Lisa?
Item 5, unfinished business. A, discussion, approval, disapproval of the November 3rd, November 17th, and November 21st, and November 21st, 2014 council minutes.
Does any member of the council have any questions on it? We need a motion.
Make a motion to approve the November 3rd, November 17th, and November 21st council minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of November 3rd, 17th, and 21st. Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call to the council. Tara, you go first.
Thanks. I just want to say again, amazing Junior Prada Parade and Rodeo this weekend. It was great to see everybody out, as well as the people that we're recognizing tonight. Thank you so much for all of your service. Jim, you will be missed. Lisa, we appreciate everything that you do. You are truly a blessing. And our newly seated council members, welcome. And I look forward to working with you.
Bill? She covered it. Okay.
Reuben?
I want to wish Tom Smith and Tom Salaya a wonderful life away from town council. And my condolences to the new council members coming in. You may need it, but congratulations on your position. It will be fun to work up here with you. And Jim Minato, we'll be seeing a lot more of you during your employment. So thank you. Valerie?
Well, Reuben kind of stole my thunder, but it's been a pleasure working with Tom Salaya and Tom Smith. We didn't always agree, but we always came to a happy medium, and once something was established, well, then we all agreed with it. So I am really going to miss being able to have you as a sounding board, both you and Tom Smith, and it's been a pleasure working with you, and I wish you good luck and blessings in your next endeavors. And Jim Minato, you know how I feel about you, and I'm really going to miss you because you have done a great job for the town of Florence. You have such high integrity and honesty, and you've always made sure that the town has been taken care of. And Lisa, you know, there's no words I can say about you. You know I love you. And I'm glad to see you being recognized, and you can't ever leave the town of Florence. We fall apart without you.
Well, Tommy, you want to give it a shot here before I get a chance at you?
Yeah, I'll say a couple of words. Where to begin? In addition to the honor of providing service to my community, this position has given me a lot of opportunity for my own personal and professional growth. In the work that I do, I've learned to form relationships with the elected officials, as well as being an actual staff member under elected officials. You kind of get a perspective of the way people think about the way things run. Over the past 10 years, I've seen a lot of changes in the town, and a lot of the people that are here, you know, when you're standing in the middle of it, sometimes you don't recognize the things that are going on. And I know that we've caught a lot of flack about nothing ever changes in this town. Well, here's a few of the accomplishments that we've received, you know, that I've had an opportunity to see over the past 10 years. We developed a comprehensive multi-year update to the town's general plan, had it adopted by the voters, the general plan in 2010. Our economic development included the new Holiday Inn Express, our Safeway, our dollar store, our Dollar General, a couple of little shopping centers around the Safeway and the dollar store area there, the Sonic Dialysis Center, Florence Hospital in Anthem. We had, for a short period of time, a hospital in Florence again, 2 McDonald's. And I know that I've left out several others. I'm not sure where the Greek restaurant came in, if it was right around that time or not. completion of state annexation process that resulted in town being able to annex several strategic state trust parcels. The development and continuation of our North End framework. When I came on, we had previous council had purchased the farm property across the road here with kind of a idea, a glimmer of what our future could be, and I get to see just the beginning part of that as I'm going out, which is really exciting. That's going to be an awesome project. Promotion of preservation of our historic resources, including facilitation of Old Main, 1891 courthouse we contributed funding for, adoption and application of downtown commercial zoning, restoration of the Silver King Hotel, stabilization of Brunenkamp building, reopening of McFarland State Park, town police and data center, evidence storage facility, fire station number 2 in Anthem, development of Padilla Park, authorization on new library and aquatic center. So, you know, you may not see a lot of things going on when you're, like I said, when you're standing in the middle of it, but we've done a lot over the past 10 years. I'd like to thank our former staff. I've learned a lot from these people. The dedication, commitment, honesty, integrity from people like Jim Minato and especially Lisa Garcia. She's just been amazing. She's the heart and the brain and of everything in my eyes for the town. She's an incredible resource for me. And Wayne Costa, multiple other people that they just kind of slipped my mind right now. So, friends, family support, mom and dad, my children, especially my wife, who's had to sit off to the side while I took care of reading agendas and participating in different meetings and all of the other time-consuming things that go on when you're committed to doing the things that you do up here. I'd also like to congratulate Valerie and Becky and Mr. Anderson. I know that we're in good hands with Becky and Valerie. I've had previous experience working with them, and they're outstanding people. I'm sure they're gonna help get us through the rough times that we're looking forward to within the next couple of years, especially if we don't have any forward progress with the failure of the home rule. Thank you to all of our council members. It's been a pleasure serving with you, all of our previous council members. I've served on three different mayors, I believe. It's been fun. Appreciate the opportunity to provide service for my community and pay it back. I mean, it's a wonderful community. It's my home. Love it. Look forward to seeing it grow.
That's the longest speech he's made in 10 years.
I can't leave out Himanshu Patel's name as well. That man was incredible, and I really appreciated the leadership style that I've kind of adapted to his style. He was an incredible leader, and I want to thank him as well.
Well, I say the best for last. Tom served under me 2 terms now, 2 different times, vice mayor. God, long time. Go ahead and have your say.
I'd like to say 2 different things. First of all, again, I'd like to thank everybody, too. We have some of the best departments that I've ever seen at this time. They're really doing a job, our police, our fire, our public works, and our parks and rec. It overwhelmed me what all they do, because we come up with things at the last minute, just like the dirt piles on Main Street. But it was taken care of. No horses slid and fell. They did real well. The parade was a success. But I also want to thank our staff, because our staff has done such an excellent job for this council. They've always had the answers for us whenever we needed something explained, anytime we needed something looked up. Lisa, you're a doll. Jim Minato, I know we're not going to miss you because you're going to be right here in town anyway with the county, so we'll be able to call you, but I need your cell phone number. I would like to thank all the current staff, all the past staff, all the voters that supported me for 3 terms. I would also like to thank this council and 3 previous councils for all they did. I would like to thank several personally that are here, which I have thanked: Lisa, Jim Minato, Becky. Becky was our finance director for years, and she knows finance. She'll do excellent on this council. Valerie, I know real well. She will do it too. John Anderson, you've got a good reputation. I want to see you do it now. There's something I would like to tell the council and the new council members which are stepping up as soon as we step down. When you decided to run for office, that was your choice. When you won the election, that was the voters' choice. Don't forget, you work for your voters. There's nothing personal about this. You have to listen to your voters. When you run for vice mayor, I've got 10.5 years experience at that. You have to remember something else. Anytime the mayor cannot attend a function, in or out of county, anytime the mayor cannot be here at a council meeting or he has to leave, you take over. You have to be here. It's a full-time job. If you can't put that into it, don't accept the nomination. This town will run smooth. I know it will. And I'll still be here at that podium down there to say yes or no. Thank you very much.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's a very important part of Florence's history is what we're doing here tonight, swearing in 2 new council members and also 1 returning council member. I hate to say it, but Tommy, I'm going to hate to see you go because I think you're just about the youngest one on the council. And Tom, I hate to see you go because now I'm the oldest one up here. Unless Ruben's got me beat, but I don't think he does. But folks, what you see here tonight is a goodbye from Jim, goodbye from both Toms. This council now becomes a 1-Tom council, where we've had 3 here for a while. As Tommy was saying during his his speech, look at what Florence has done. Have we done enough? No. Do we still have more to do? Yes. We need to go forward. We can't stop. We've started on a process that's going to make Florence a great community one of these days. It's a great community now, but it's going to be greater. And it's going to be larger. It's going to have more people in it. And we're going to have more commercial endeavors coming to town. And it's because of Tommy and Tom as part of this team up here, of the 7 of us, that this is going forward. When we bought the Giles property, you're right, Tommy, we had an idea of what was going in. When we annexed Anthem, I had an idea of what was coming in. Did I anticipate ups and downs? Yes, sure did. But we've got to always remember that we're one community, one town of Florence, and that's what it's going to be. We're going to be here together through the long run. I've got 2 more years to go. And for those of you of political interest, after the first year, I'll make my mind up if I decide to go again. My wife says I'm not, and probably she'll win. But I'd like to also say thank you to the spouses of the council members, the outgoing and the oncoming, and their families. It's going to take time away from you. It has taken time away from you. But the dedication that we put up here is for the future of Florence. It's for these babies you see in the audience tonight. It's for us that are here right now to continue that growth and to get it going. So folks, when I have to call a special meeting, when I have to call a meeting before 5 o'clock, understand that we don't do it, or a workshop, we don't do it just for the heck of it. We do it because there's really a need pressing on Florence. And that's why we try to get everything done as we can. So again, to the spouses and to the families, take that into consideration when we have to have these meetings. And again, Lynn, Mrs. Celaya, thank you for the time. I really do. Thank you for the 10 years you got away from him for an hour, sometimes 2. But we really thank you very much because it's the spouses, Donald, same to you. It's the spouses that suffer the most. And we want to recognize, I think they ought to be recognized, given a big hand myself. Yeah. With that, I'll end up, and again, thank you all for coming tonight. Send out our best to Wayne. Just a minute. I'm not done yet. I would like to make sure that we send out our best. If you get a hold of Wayne Costa, Wayne has a little bit of medical problem. He won't be around for a little while, but we want to send out our best wishes and prayers to Wayne. Wayne, if you hear about this, get well quick. We need you back. We got lots going, and I know Morris can't handle it. Oh, no, Morris, you'd be a good man there. With that, ends call to the council. Now we go to the swearing in of our new council people. Did you get your instructions from the judge? And ladies and gentlemen, doing the swearing in tonight is Superior Court Judge, let's see, what is your name? Stephen Fuller. Who? Oh, you want them down off the deal? Okay, you guys got to get down now. Kick them out of their chair. Wait for, don't let them leave, Lisa.
Okay.
Please repeat after me together. I. Then state individually your names.
John Lee Anderson.
Rebecca Galeen. Valerie Woolrich.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the State of Arizona, and all ordinances of the town of Florence, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of council member according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations to the three of you.
Mayor Rankin. Councilmember Woolrich.
Here.
Councilmember Hawkins.
Here.
Councilmember Walter. Here. Councilmember Montano.
Here.
Councilmember Galeen. Here. Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Item 9, presentations. 9A, Mayor Tom Rankin recognizes former Vice Mayor Smith for his dedication and service to the community.
Tom? Yes. Tom? Tom Smith. Again, as I said up there earlier, Tom, it's been a pleasure to have you as my vice mayor for these 2 terms I've been in. You've done a good job. I appreciate you stepping in for me when I couldn't be available. The new vice mayor is going to have to step in a lot more because I am working a little bit more nowadays. So you're getting out at a good time. But you've done a good job in representing the town, and we really appreciate that. And as you go on about your life here in Florence, Arizona, you will continue to make an input to us. I know you will. So you're always welcome here at the meetings. I may even give you 4 minutes instead of the 3. But, okay. But we really thank you again for the job you've done here in Florence for all these years. And as a token of our appreciation, we'd like to have you. But I think that you ought to open the one here. Yeah, open the one. Show everybody what you got. A lot of paper. He's just a little bit nervous. He never knows what's going to come out of that. I'm glad Lisa's here to help us again. For all the time that you've given to us, we want to give you a little time back.
It's a pocket watch, and on the front of it is a seal of Florence. And on the back of it is the amount of years on council and the amount of years as vice mayor. Thank you.
And also here we have a mini nameplate for you.
That's right. I wonder where that went.
On the back of the nameplate. Look at the back. You gotta look at everything. No, the back. No, that was the bottom. There you go.
Looking good.
Looking good. All right, Tom, again, thank you very, very much. Tom Celaya, come on up here, buddy. What? No. Do you have anything any more you wanted to say?
Good luck.
Oh, boy. What does he know I don't know? Tom Celaya, we got something for you too, buddy. Tommy served, how many years, Tom? 10? 10 years as a council person. 10 years being away from your family on a part-time basis, but a lot of time spent and dedicated. A lot of time learning the job, how to put up with me sometimes. But Tom, from a family here in Florence, his dad's here with us tonight. Tommy and Tommy's mom's here with him. How many grandkids you got here? 3? 2? 2 here. And his daughter. They're all here with him tonight as a family. And that's what Florence is about, is family. And we really appreciate the job that you did for us. We didn't always agree. And we got mad. But we always came together as a council to work towards what's good for Florence. So Tommy, again, on behalf of the town council, the town staff, and the citizens of Florence, thank you very much for the job you did this last 10 years.
Is it on? Thank you, Mayor. As far as the struggles, we're supposed to struggle in council. We can't. That diversity is what makes us stronger. It makes us explore other opportunities and challenge each other to do better. And I'm glad I was here to challenge you to do the best that you can. So thank you to staff for the card, and thank you once again to our community.
We're not done yet. We've got another bag here for you to open, so we're going to make you do the same thing as we made Tom do. And if it bites you, now we had help on picking this out. I'm not going to tell you who helped us. You got your nameplate too. All right. No, there's a card in there. It's not a get out of jail free card.
Awesome. Gift certificate to the painted guitar here in town. Outstanding. Awesome. Thank you very much.
I thought, isn't that for guitar lessons? Tommy,
I need them.
well, we didn't know what to get you, and we had to go home to find out. And Tommy is going to become a member of our Culture Arts Commission when we get it started, and he likes art. So Tommy's going to be in there. The lessons, we hope that pays for, and you'll be playing down at Padilla Park one of these days. Yeah, we'll get you down there. Again, thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it. One more. It says on my agenda, presentation of service award to Lisa Garcia, Deputy Town Manager, Town Clerk. And if she's going to cry, she cannot come up here. If you're going to cry, okay. The kids are clapping for you. Let me, I can't do it properly by not reading it. I got to read it, and then I'll say my piece afterwards. But Lisa joined the town of Florence staff on December 5th, 1994, as Executive Secretary and Deputy Town Clerk. That was her position. She was promoted to Town Clerk in 1997, and the role of Deputy Town Manager were added to duties in January of 2011. She also served as interim town manager prior to Charles coming on board. Lisa earned her Master Municipal Clerk designation in 2006. Her knowledge and skills were recognized by her peers around Arizona when they elected her president to the Arizona Clerks Association. Not only once, but twice, which is the first time that's ever happened. She has served with dedication in our organization and all of the elected officials who have held office for over the past 20 years, and ultimately the citizen of the town of Florence. You put up all the different council people she's had to put up with, and she has shoulders wider than what it looks. Lisa, you keep us all out of trouble. But you do something for Florence that people around here just don't realize and see. You bring the name Florence as a community statewide in your travels representing us as your duties as clerk and just as Lisa Garcia. You have to separate them, personal professionalism. Some people can do the professionalism, some people can do the personalism, but you do it both, and graciously. You kept me out of a lot of trouble. You kept the town out of a lot of trouble by just being sharp and knowing your job. The money the citizens and we pay you is worth every dime that we've paid you, and will continue to pay you. And I think Valerie's the one that said you can't leave. I agree with you, Valerie. We don't want you to go nowhere. We're proud of you, and the state of Arizona is proud of you, is doing it twice, making you clerk, or as president of the Clerks Association. Wow. 94 communities, 94 and 96 in the state. She's going to cry. I think there's 94 communities in the state of Arizona, and each one of them has a clerk. But Florence has got Lisa, who's been our president twice. And we'll do some good. We're going to keep Florence going, right? Through the tears and everything. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your town clerk, Lisa Garcia. We got a plaque for you. And just to read it to you, because you read to me so well. Making the Difference, awarded to Lisa Garcia for your loyal dedication and unwavering commitment. Thank you for your outstanding contributions toward our goals and making our organizations stand above the rest. 20 years of service. I'm proud to hand that to you, honey.
I just want to say that I've enjoyed my 20 years here. I've learned a lot. I have loved the people that I've worked with. I've loved my council. I've loved my citizens. And I love the town we all live in and call home. So I'm very much happy to be here, and I hope that I do get to serve another 10 years. So thank you. Then I'm retired.
No, you're not. You'll run for council then. Okay. Okay, folks.
Did her boys
You're gonna
have
have to give me
stuff to
time to
present
get
to
back
her?
up there. Where are we going?
Your boys have stuff to give her? You guys have stuff to
Oh, wait a minute. There's some, I think there's some of Lisa's little boys.
Her big boy.
Oh, what did that say? The Avengers. Come here, boys. All three of you. Come here, all three of you. Mark, you need to get a picture of them up here there with Mama. Oh. That's what it's all about, children. Folks, we're going to take about a 3-minute break. Call the meeting back to order.
Mayor, Council, item 9D, public hearing on resolution number 1486-14, a resolution of the Town Council, Town of Florence, Arizona, proposing a one-time specific amount in excess of the state-imposed expenditure limitation and setting a special election for May 19, 2015. Mr. Farina.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As you know, with the failure of the home rule election back in August, the town is now going to be subject to the state-imposed limitation, expenditure limitation, for the next 2 years until we can go back and ask for another home rule election of the voters. So in those, we've had 2 study sessions since then where we've discussed what that means to the town's budget and the impact to the town's ability to spend the revenue that it already collects. So in those study sessions, we talked about some of the options, and an option that the Constitution provides to towns that are subject to the state-imposed limitation is to hold an election where voters can authorize expenditure of a specific amount over the state-imposed limitation. We analyzed that and determined that, staff recommended holding an election which can only be held in May, and asking the voters for authorization. And we determined an amount above that we would need to ask for that election to be $15 million. So tonight is the first of 2 public hearings that need to be held to set such an election. So with that's my presentation.
Does any member of the council have any questions? Ask Mike.
Yes, Mike, I have a question. In regards to the funding that's there without the home rule, what happens to it?
The funding, the money that the town collects,
Yes.
that we're going to collect regardless as to how much we can spend of it, that just stays in the town's coffers and the town's funds.
Okay, so if we look at an excess of the state-imposed expenditure limit, is there anything we're looking at as far as an increase on taxes or anything toward the community?
With the home rule election, and also now this question that we may be asking in May, there is no increase to taxes, rates, fees. The town's revenue stays the same. There's no increase or decrease in the revenues.
So all we're asking for is an opportunity to spend the revenues that we currently have available to us.
That is correct.
Okay.
Any other? Okay. This time I open the public hearing. Would any member of the audience like to speak? Seeing no movement, I'll close public hearing.
Item 10, consent. All items on the consent agenda will be handled by a single vote as part of the consent agenda unless a council member or a member of the public objects at the time the agenda item is called. A, approval of a utility easement between the Town of Florence, Arizona Public Service and Arizona Public Service Company. B, approval of the acceptance of public infrastructure for maintenance into the town of Florence within dedicated rights-of-way. Pulte Home Corporation has completed the public improvements necessary for the acceptance of item 1, Hunt Highway Phase 1 partial and Phase 4 from STA 60 plus 62.97, Phase 1 northly to STA 22 plus 50, Phase 4. 2, Franklin Road from STA 32 plus 97.05 west of Hunt Highway to STA 36 plus 23.58 east of Hunt Highway. 3, Spirit Way Phase 3 from STA 24 plus 0.05 to STA 42.00. Item C, recommendation to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licensing and Control to approve a special event liquor license to the Florence Gardens Mobile Home Association for a January 25th, 2015 Three Parks Wine and Micro Brew fundraiser. Mayor, that is your consent.
Does any member of the council have anything they want taken off the consent agenda?
I do, because I need clarification on 10B.
10B?
Yes, please.
Take out. Any others? Hearing none, we need a motion.
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as read with the removal of item B.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent item agenda as read with the exclusion of B. Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. What question do you have, Tara?
Okay, Mr. Minato, you can probably help me with this. Earlier, I had questioned about the Hunt Highway, and there was some litigation going on between Pulte and the town of Florence in regards to who was going to landscape that area. Is that the area that's being turned over? Because there wasn't a map included, so it was a little bit difficult for me to...
Councilmember Walter, Mayor, Council, if I may, that is not the area that you had questioned previously regarding those improvements along the medians for landscaping. Those
Okay.
are not part of it.
Can you give me a detail of where this area is?
I could ask Mr. Dan Bono from Pulte Corporation to come forward if you would like and give a better description if you're okay with that.
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. That particular stretch where it's defined by the stationing is from Merrill Ranch Parkway north to Franklin of Hunt Highway.
Okay. Do you know when the area on Hunt Highway going into the town of Florence, that's going to...
Tara, we can't really discuss that. We're just on the consent agenda on that one item.
Okay.
Can I ask a question on that, Mayor? Am I allowed to ask a question on it?
On the item itself, John, on the one that's being talked about tonight.
Yes.
That's from north.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you.
It's my understanding part of that has not been landscaped on the, I guess it'd be on the side where the school is, along with, between the sidewalk and the road.
There is a portion that north of the school, from between Franklin and the school, is owned by the LDS Church, and that will be landscaped when they develop that portion.
Okay. That was my question.
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Hearing that, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve item 10B as written.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item B in the consent agenda. Any other comment? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Item 11, new business. Item A, discussion, approval, disapproval of a nomination, election of vice mayor.
Okay. Before we get started on this, whoever wants to be the vice mayor must show to me and to the rest of the council that they're willing to step in my position if I'm not there. You must be willing and dedicated to do this. There are times when emergencies come up or situations arise that I will not be able to be there. A lot of them are on Saturdays. A lot of them are here in town. There will be some this next year that, due to my job, that I won't be able to attend some meetings up in Phoenix or in Apache Junction. You're going to have to make yourselves available to represent the town. You don't have to worry about running meetings too much. I've only missed one, I think, this time around so far. Didn't miss many when I was mayor before. I usually show up at the meetings because I think that that's the appropriate thing to do. I would ask that you support me in taking the direction of this community forward. So with that, make your nominations, make your vote wisely, because you will be representing the town of Florence in my absence. You, like me, will have one vote, and one vote only. Just because your vice mayor doesn't give you, or you're the mayor, doesn't give you more than one vote, this isn't Chicago. Sometimes I wish it would, but that's what I want you to think about. With that, now, on the nominations, there's no second. We do not have a second. On the nomination, whoever's nominated first will be first voted on. And if there's more than one, the second one will be two. Correct, Lisa?
Yes. On the nominations, there's no second, but the person must accept the nomination.
So I'll ask you, after you're nominated, would you accept the nomination?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would like to nominate...
I haven't opened them yet.
Why not? You're long-winded today.
I don't get to do this very often. Once every 2 years. Okay, the nomination's open for vice mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Tara Walter for the position of vice mayor.
Okay, Tara Walter.
I accept.
Any other nominations?
I nominate Valerie Woolridge.
I accept.
Any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I will declare nominations be closed. Lisa, roll call vote, please.
This roll call vote is for shall Councilmember Tara Walters be vice mayor. A vote of aye is a vote in favor. Councilmember Montano.
Aye.
Councilmember Walter.
Aye.
Councilmember Hawkins.
Nay.
Councilmember Anderson.
Aye.
Councilmember Galeen.
Nay.
Councilmember Woolridge.
Nay.
Mayor Rankin.
Aye.
That is 4 votes. Congratulations.
Item 11B, announcement of the mayor's appointments to the following liaison positions.
I am asking this be tabled until the meeting of the 15th. Call to the council. John?
Nothing.
Tara?
Nothing.
Bill?
Well, I'd like to congratulate Tara, and I hope she knows what she's getting into.
Reuben?
Congratulations to Tara, also for the nomination to Valerie.
Valerie?
I don't have anything.
Becky?
Congratulate Tara also.
You've got to speak into the mic, Becky. You've got to get up.
I'd like to congratulate Tara also. And also, I would like to say a few words to Jim Minato. I am just very sad that now you're leaving when I'm coming. We had such a great working relationship, and I can tell you Mr. Minato has been a tenacious, outstanding town attorney. He has saved the town millions of dollars and also brought in millions of dollars, and I certainly am going to miss his counsel. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you all for attending. Next meeting in public will be December 15th. Is that correct? Or December 8th. We have a workshop. Okay. And that'll be here at 6 o'clock on December the 8th, which is also a Monday, correct?
Correct.
That's a week from today. Okay. Anything else? Hearing none, need a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and second adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.